Welcome to another enlightening podcast from Be Awake, Aware, Alive.com, where we question everything.
The 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. code, reclaim your hours, reclaim your life. By the Be Awake, Aware, Alive team. Have you ever collapsed into bed at night, your body aching with exhaustion, yet felt a hollow sense of dissatisfaction? You were busy all day, frantic even, but you don't actually feel like you lived today. You feel like you were lived. Swept along by a current of emails, notifications, obligations, and other people's urgent demands. You were a passenger in your own life, not the pilot. If this feeling resonates with you, you are not alone. Most of us operate on autopilot. We wake up, reach for our phones, and immediately download the world's anxiety into our brains before our feet have even touched the floor. We react to the day rather than design it. We treat our minds, bodies, and spirits as if they are separate compartments. As if we can exhaust our minds at work, punish our bodies at the gym later, and somehow squeeze our spirit into a quiet 5-minute slot before sleep. But life does not work in compartments. Life works in moments. And the most consistent, reliable measure of those moments is the ticking of the clock. The architecture of a day. Here is a powerful truth: you do not need to change your entire life to change your life. You only need to change your next hour. Think of your day as a magnificent cathedral, and each hour as a single brick. If one brick is cracked, the cathedral still stands. If you have a bad hour, you haven't ruined your day. But if you lay each brick with intention, focus, and care, the cathedral becomes unshakable. This is the philosophy behind what we call the 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. code, a framework for infusing every waking hour with deliberate action for your mind, your body, and your spirit, no matter where you are. Because here is the critical question: what about the mother juggling a toddler and a conference call? What about the commuter stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic? What about the employee in a cubicle farm with fluorescent lights buzzing overhead? What about the traveler living out of a suitcase in a hotel room? Ubiquitous discipline. The answer lies in what we call ubiquitous discipline. The art of practicing self-mastery regardless of your environment. You don't need a gym to exercise your body, you need your own body weight and gravity. You don't need a retreat center to exercise your mind, you need your breath and a single focused thought. You don't need a church to exercise your spirit, you need a moment of gratitude and a shift in perspective. This is about meeting yourself exactly where you are. Whether you are at home, out and about running errands, or deep in the stress of the corporate grind, these practices are scalable and adaptable to your surroundings. The rhythm of the day. Every day has a natural rhythm. An ebb and flow of energy that you can learn to ride rather than fight. The dawn, from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., is your time of emergence. The world is quiet, and you are the architect of your mindset for the day. This is when you hydrate, move gently to awaken your body, and plant seeds of gratitude before the noise begins. This is where you decide who you will be before the world tells you who to be. The ascent, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., is when the world demands your attention. This is where you protect your fortress of focus, learning to single task, handle interruptions with grace, and reset your posture and nervous system amidst the chaos. The plateau, that's 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., is the long, often grueling stretch of the afternoon. Energy dips and motivation wanes. This is where you practice resilience. Using low-energy times for administrative tasks, taking strategic resets, and attacking problems from creative angles when your energy returns. The descent, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., is the sacred transition from the producer to the human. This is where you detach from work, change your clothes, and reconnect with loved ones through genuine presence and shared rituals. This is where you move your body gently, not to burn calories, but to release tension and find joy. The night, that's 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., is the art of surrender. This is where you shut down the digital world, sit in quiet solitude, perform your gratitude tuck-in, and release the day through forgiveness. This is where you trust that you have done enough and prepare your body, mind, and spirit for deep, restorative sleep. The integration of self. Throughout this journey, one truth becomes undeniable: you are not a collection of separate parts. Your mind, body, and spirit are deeply interconnected. When you strengthen your body with movement, your mind becomes sharper and your spirit becomes more resilient. When you calm your mind with breath and reflection, your body relaxes and your spirit finds peace. When you nourish your spirit with gratitude, service, and forgiveness, your mind becomes clearer and your body heals faster. You cannot compartmentalize your well-being. You cannot exhaust your mind at work and expect your body to perform later. You cannot ignore your spirit and expect to feel fulfilled. You must tend to all of you, in every hour, in every place, in every circumstance. The Golden Rule. Here is the golden rule that underpins everything. Progress, not perfection. You will have bad hours. You will miss the window for a stretch, or you will snap at a colleague, or you will find yourself doom scrolling when you should be sleeping. That is okay. That is human. The code is not about punishing yourself for the hours you fail. It is about celebrating the hours you win and, more importantly, simply coming back to the practice. If you miss 5 a.m., start at 6 a.m. If you miss the morning, start at noon. The code is not a prison warden, it is a compass. Every time you look at it, you can gently reorient yourself toward your true north. The Manifesto. Here is the final truth. You are not at the mercy of your schedule. You are the master of your hours. For too long, you have believed that life happens to you. That your day is something you have to endure, survive, or just get through. You have treated your time as if it belongs to everyone else. No more. From this moment forward, understand that your time is your most precious asset. Every hour is a choice. Every minute is an opportunity. You are not a leaf blown by the wind. You are a ship with a rudder. And the compass is in your hands. You already have everything you need. The tools are simple. The framework is clear. And now, the commitment is yours. Your next step. This blog post has given you a glimpse into the philosophy and the rhythm. But the real transformation comes from the daily practice, the specific, actionable practices for every single hour of your waking day. The 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. code, book in our online shop, takes you hour by hour, from the golden silence of dawn to the final surrender of night, with practical instructions for your mind, body, and spirit, whether you are at home, out and about, or at work. It is time to stop being a passenger in your own life. It is time to become the architect of your hours. Because your best life is not a distant dream. It is the reality of your next hour. Ready to master every hour of your day? Dive into the 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. code and discover the practices that will transform your mornings, your afternoons, your evenings, and ultimately, your life. Available right now at beawakeawarealive.com. Don't forget to sign up to our mailing list, follow our social channels and open your mind at beawakeawarealive.com.
Thanks for listening to another enlightening podcast from BeAwakeAwareAlive.com, where we question everything.